Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to talk about Q skills, level 2 book, unit 2, section grammar, page 42. And the topic is future with will. So basically, today we are going to learn the how and where we can use will. Basically, we use will, as you can see here. Basically, we can use will for the future. So whenever you want to talk about the future, you can safely use will for that particular sentence. The formula for to create the sentences, meaning this is how you write basically these sentences. You can use will plus base form of the verb. So will plus base form of the verb. For example, I will go to school after half an hour. You can also write this will. You can use a contraction here. Like this. So now you're going to speak and read like not I will, but I'll go to school after half an hour. So I'll go to school after half an hour. That's how you can read or say like this, right? All right. So this is basically, and for all the pronouns, like he, she, it, they, you, we, we use base form of the verb. Will and the base form of the verb after that plus. So that's how we write the sentence. And also, if the noun is singular or plural, there's no change, right? For example, Ahmed will go to school hour, like this. So there is no change, and this is the good thing about it, that you don't have to, meaning it's not confusing. Now look at here. So there are certain ideas that you can use will for. For example, when you're making a prediction. Prediction is basically like this one here. So we can safely use it for the predictions. What means prediction? Prediction is when you talk about something that you may or may not think that it can be true, right? But you make a prediction about it, that you think that this can happen after an hour or tomorrow and things like this, right? And sometimes some people predict in a way that they think that it's true, right? So it depends. All right, so so like this, for example, here we have an example here also. The designer will establish a second office in a new location, right? So this is a prediction that we're doing about. We're giving about this prediction. We're giving about these designers. You can also use probably with the predictions, and also you can use may with it to make it more soft. And also it means that maybe about the prediction, maybe you're not that sure. You're not that sure that this prediction can be true, right? So if you really think that this this thing that you're talking about, you think that it's maybe not true, right? Or maybe you have some reservations about this prediction, so you can use probably or may with it. For example, here the designer will probably establish a second office in a new location, right? So look at this prediction here. It feels more, this prediction feels more certain, and this is not that much, right? So that's how you can predict about the future, about anything using will. You can also use will for the promises. So here is a promise, and here it is. So like this, right? So I will help you in about an hour. So we're using here. So for the promises, you can use will. You can also use will for the plans, specifically in formal writing, and plans like next month we will decide on new colors for the kitchen, right? So here we are using will for a plan. This one here is a little bit interesting use of will here, and this is a very useful way to use will. We use will when we decide or make our decision, right, at the moment, right, at that very moment. Then while you are speaking, at that very moment, when you make a decision, you can use will. For example, like if I'm sitting with my friend in a room and somebody knocks at the door and I say, I'll get it. Right? I will get it. So it means that at that moment when we were speaking and saying these words, at that time you decided that you will go and open up the door. So like this, whenever there are decisions to make at the moment, you can use will for that also. In comparison to going to, right? Going to, in comparison to going to is about the decision and plans which were made previously, meaning you already planned, and after that you're telling somebody that you already planned. I give you an example. For example, you're traveling to another country, so you've already bought the tickets and already packed your luggage and everything, right? And after that you're telling somebody, I'm going to go to New York, or I'm going to go to Riyadh tomorrow. So that means that you're talking about a plan that you've already made up yesterday or before that, right? So already done, finished. So like this. So this is how you can use going to in contrast to will, right? Right. So next up is, here is the first, let me clear the screen. So all right, so next is the activity here. Complete the paragraph with the future with will. So what you need to do is to complete it, right? You can complete at home, right? And next is, you need to look at the activity A, which you already done before, and find the verbs, and then complete the chart here. Complete the chart with verbs from the paragraph and the reason each verb form was used, right? So for example here, simple present, introduce, right? So you need to give also the reason. For example here, if you read this one here, this is the verb, right? So now you need to read the sentence up there, and then you need to write that introduce is a simple present, and you need to give the reason also, right? Same like this, you need to find one verb for simple past and then give a reason. And here also future with will, a verb here, and the reason here, that why this particular verb was used, right? Complete this activity also at home, and later on, if you have any problem, you can ask your teacher about it during the virtual classes. During the virtual classes, you can talk, you can ask questions and to your teacher, and yeah, well, that's it for today, right? Thank you very much.